Hi, my name is Matt Carlos and we're using DaVinci Resolve. All right, so I had a friend reach out to me and say he had some difficulty getting into the color balancing aspect of color grading. This is a step that most people completely gloss over, and I wanted to reinforce just how important this is. So I have a couple ways of fixing the footage if the color balancing is wrong, because you can't start color grading unless the color balancing is right. And what do I mean by color balancing? Basically what I mean is make sure your blacks are black, your whites are white, and your grays are gray. If none of these colors in real life are balanced correctly, then all the tones in your footage will be completely off. I have 3 ways of fixing it if you got it wrong. And I have a clip right here that shows me cranking the white balance down on my scene deliberately to show you how we can fix this footage, because this is terrible. Let's hop into method 1. Method 1 is going to be the manual way. You use the temperature and the tint sliders on the bottom. Temperature warms the footage up, cools it off, and tint is either going to add a green or a magenta cast to it. So we're going to warm up our footage, and then we're going to add a little bit of green cast to it, and then maybe roll this back, and boom, we have effectively balanced it for the most part. There's a little bit more work that needs to go into this, but I'm just showing how we would get the results really fast. And if you see the before and after, it's like a night and day difference. Now we're going to reset, and we're going to go to method 2. Method 2 is going to use the eyedropper tool on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. If you have something white in your frame that you know for sure should be white, or something gray that should be gray, take this white balance tool, click anywhere on the screen where you know it should be completely neutral, and boom. One click, solved all of that. And now we're going to reset again, and we're going to go to method number 3. Method number 3 is for people using DaVinci Resolve. This is specific to DaVinci Resolve. So in this node, you're going to go to gamma, and we're going to change the color space to linear. We're going to change the way the computer interprets manipulating the colors. And then we're going to go to our primary wheels in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. I'm going to go to the gain, and I'm going to move this gain and push this cloud in my vector scope all the way to the center. And that is probably the most photorealistic way of making the adjustment. Of course, just so you guys know, if you get your white balance wrong, everything's gonna be wrong. You could try and make it look as close to correct as you can, but you're not gonna be able to if you're working with 8-bit footage or compressed H.264 MP4 container footage. Because if I compare that to this footage on the left, where I got the white balance completely correct, you can see that it's like another night and day difference. Like the tones are completely correct on this first one. On the second one, they're honestly not that great. Even if I take the automatic white balancing tool and I click, we are still not getting the same tones split as before. And that's just something that a lot of people who get into filmmaking completely ditch and have to come back and revisit, because this is just that important. Now, I have a 4th bonus way of seeing if you got your white balance correct. I went ahead and color transformed this footage from S-Log2 on my Sony camera. This is obviously a still of me. And I'm gonna take a power window on the very last node, and then I'm gonna pull up my keyer and go over my face, and as you can see right over here, the skin tones are hovering right over the skin tone indicator line and just a little bit to the right, because my skin tone is a little bit rosy. And that is the fastest way that I can explain color balancing. If anyone has any questions, go to the comments. If you guys have anything that you're aware of that I didn't explain properly, or there's something you do not understand, I could follow up in another video, make into another video, whatever. I hope it helps everyone. See y'all later.